Hello and welcome back to our channel. In our last few videos, we've looked at bonds and property, and we'll get back to looking at property again in more detail in the near future. But today, I wanted to publish this quick in-between-isode to share the happy news that we finally managed to publish the new and very much updated and upgraded version of my workbook, Live on Less, Invest the Rest. If you followed our channel for any length of time, you will hopefully have heard me mention that this was coming for quite a while now. Live on Less is very much the companion textbook for this video series. So as a reminder, what I'm seeking to do with this YouTube channel is to provide you with a free course in effective financial literacy. We've been doing this topic by topic over more than 35 videos for just over a year now. Live on Less, Invest the Rest gives you a great deal of the content in one place. And to take a quick step back, many of you will know that it is actually my second book about personal finance. My first one, How to Own the World, was first published more than 10 years ago. How to Own the World is all about the big picture theory of financial markets. It explains many of the key concepts you want to understand about money and investment. And there's lots about the development of financial markets and, crucially, why they're so important for each of us as individuals and arguably even more important for our societies as a whole and even for our species, as intense and hyperbolic as that might sound. How to Own the World gives you all of this and goes into quite some detail about each of the key investing asset classes too, so you can understand them enough to make use of them. It explains in detail how important compounding is as well, and how this works, which is something that more than 60% of British adults don't understand, much to their detriment. It also explains how the most important investment theme in history is human progress, and why it's so important to understand real inflation if you want to be wealthy. We've covered a great deal of these topics in videos in the last year or so. If How to Own the World is the big picture theory of financial markets, the point of Live on Less, Invest the Rest is to be more of the practice, particularly for people based in the UK. Live on Less picks up where How to Own the World leaves off and seeks to give you a practical, step-by-step approach to getting your finances sorted. This is an incredibly important task, which sadly all too few people in the UK ever get to grips with properly. And to that end, the book provides a 10-step tick list for you to work through to get that done, which we're sharing on screen so you can see it here. We cover a ton of crucial topics, and these include the existence of something called the advice gap, which is basically the fact that good financial advice is too expensive for most people and how to get around this reality. We look at the crucial difference between investing and trading, and these are two very different things, and one of the big reasons so many people fail at money and finance is because they don't understand that difference. We look at how you can find the money to pay down debt and then to invest, and at how to use pension and ISA accounts and to get the mix roughly right with those two things, and at why it is so critical to do this. Perhaps most important, particularly given what is going on in financial markets at the moment, again, is that there is a whole section of the book that looks at how to invest so that crashes don't matter. And we look at 4 crucial ideas with respect to that, which will help you maximize the chances that you can get a great result, minimize the risk that you lose money, and hopefully give you real peace of mind along the way too. And those 4 ideas are, firstly, investing for the long run, ideally the very long run. Secondly, investing regularly each month and automating your investments where possible. Thirdly, ignoring the news completely and sticking to your guns, a point that's very, very poorly understood. And fourthly, using an elegant approach to investment called 100 minus your age. I also explain the extent to which the real economy and financial markets are far less related than most people realize. And as an example of this, and as I've explained before in recent videos, in 2020 and 2021, when the COVID crisis was raging all around us, the American stock market had 2 incredibly strong positive years. Far too few people understand this reality when they think about investment, which means they often miss out on building wealth. More generally, as we say on the Amazon page for Live on Less, Invest the Rest, research shows that as many as 75% of people in the UK worry about their financial situation. And it's estimated that 1 in 4 British adults is currently in financial distress of some kind. In America, 25% of people say they worry about money all the time. And a huge part of why this is the case is because we've done such a bad job of teaching people about money, finance, and capital markets. And it really need not be like this. As I show in the book, very small amounts of money can make a huge difference to your financial future, and tens of millions of Brits could be doing a much better job with money if they had much better financial education and better knowledge. And this stuff need not be that complicated, it's just that most people never learn anything at all about it, madly enough. Live on less, invest the rest should give you the confidence you need to sort your finances out once and for all. And for most people, this is a huge relief and one of life's great problems solved. I firmly believe that the approach I outline in the book could very well help you make a 5, 6, or even 7-figure difference to your net worth over a lifetime of investing at least. And almost no matter what you earn, by the way. As a final point to make before I sign off today, as I've said several times in recent months, if you've purchased the previous 2020 edition of the book, we'd be delighted to provide you with ebook and PDF versions of the new edition free of charge. To get that, please simply email us at hello@plainenglishfinance.com with proof of purchase of the last edition, so a screenshot or email from Amazon is fine, and the team will ensure that you get your free electronic copies as soon as we can. Because we want as many people to have this information as possible, and we're keen to thank you for buying the last version if you did, and to ensure that you benefit from all the new content in this updated and upgraded version. More generally, the print version of the book is already available on Amazon right now, and I've included a link to it below, but the ebook and Kindle version and audio versions will follow in the next few days and should be available on Audible and Spotify reasonably soon. I'll be posting about all of that on social media once it's all up in lights. So that's it for today. We'll get back to posting about all things finance again in our next video in a fortnight, when I'll be doing more on property, and then shortly after that some videos on gold. As ever, if you want to ensure that you're one of the first to see our videos when they're published, please do click the subscribe and bell buttons, and please also think about subscribing to our free email service direct from the Plain English Finance website. And if you'd like to hear from me more regularly than just these fortnightly videos, please do feel free to connect with me on any or all of LinkedIn, Facebook, or Twitter or X. Until next time, I wish you the very best.